Welcome to FTB Fridays. But of course, I guess I could say welcome to FTB Saturdays. It's the show's actually called FTB Fridays, but this is on the Saturday, and it might be for a little while. So if that's ontologically too confusing for you, just think of it as Friday Extra. We're recording this Friday, the 26th of March, 2022. At 2:15 p.m. currently. Welcome, Dawn McSweeney. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, it's Saturday. You said Friday.
I know, but the show's called FTB Fridays.
Okay.
But we're recording this on the Saturday, so it's kind of weird. I guess we're going to have to call this FTB Saturdays. I'm Jason C. McLean, by the way. It's been a while since we've been on this platform. This is the first show of 2022. So how are you, Dawn? How's your 2022 going so far?
I mean, I could complain, but what would be the point? It's fine.
Yeah, not much has happened since we were off. Only like the end of COVID, sort of the restarting of COVID. There's a coalition now. There's a war in Ukraine. There's a lot's been happening. So let's jump right into it. First of all, this week it was announced that the NDP and are going to be supporting the Liberal Party at least until 2025, which is the next scheduled date of the election, giving the Liberals a de facto majority government. And in exchange, the Liberals are going to put forward dental care and pharmacare, and among a number of other NDP priorities that they had only given lip service to in the past.
Well, and I think, okay, so my first thought was, wow, that's a cop-out. And then my second thought was, well, I mean, the NDP wasn't in majority power when they got Medicare through. So this is effectively could be something as big as that. And it'll go down in history as an NDP thing, just not during an NDP government. So am I mad at it? I guess not.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I am mad at? Candice Bergen said that the dental care was basically useless because essentially everybody has insurance for that. And I thought that was the most out of touch, ridiculous thing that anybody said lately, because I work in healthcare and don't have my own healthcare insurance. I have it because of my fabulous partner, my boyfriend. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have any healthcare insurance, any insurance. And I work in healthcare.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it. Sometimes you start a job, you get dental care after like 6 months or something. Plus it ties you to the job. I mean, like, honestly, yeah. I think dental care should be treated like, I mean, the teeth are part of the health, right? It's part 100%. Of your body. Yeah,
100%. And what's the point of having Medicare if you get a prescription for a medication you can't afford? So the pharmacare is huge and important. You know, I've been in positions where I've looked at my pharmacy bills and been like, are you kidding me? How does life work like this? And, you know, so it answers the other part of the care, which says, yeah, we're saying doctors are accessible, but if treatment isn't as accessible as well, then what are we really doing? So this hopefully answers that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm for it too, but of course, I mean, politically, if you want to look at it, like, it's an interesting, I think it was the right thing to do, the smart move for Jagmeet Singh to do. I was a little confused as to why Trudeau is going to do it, because the Conservatives, their leader isn't going to be right-wing Murphy Brown forever. In fact, what it's going to, their leader is probably going to be, there's two people. You're liking my right-wing Murphy Brown reference there, but
I keep thinking about it every time I hear her name, but I can never perfectly concise.
For the millennials in the audience, or the Zoomers, Murphy Brown was a show that Candice Bergen, the actress, starred in the late 90s. And it's kind of funny that the interim leader of the Conservatives has the same name as the actress the character was very progressive, very left-wing at the time. But yeah, so there's going to be a leadership race. People are saying Jean Charest, but like, I think Jean Charest might have a chance of actually beating Trudeau, even though I hate Jean Charest. But I think Pierre Poilievre is actually the front runner, and he's right wing. And I think this was Trudeau's strategy: get by calling the last election, not win the majority, but force the Conservatives to get their leader out and put in a right winger, because a right winger is not going to carry the 519 and the 905. So I think Trudeau had his majority next year until 2027, but he decided to do it earlier. So I guess kudos, or do you think he's playing it safe? Does he know something we don't?
I don't play that much six-dimensional chess politically, but I think he knows that his popularity has certainly waned. And I think that in the last election, he expected to handily get a majority. And the fact that he didn't left him in a position where he had to do something. Because, you know, he still looks good on an international stage. I appreciate the grace and charisma he brings to making us not look like, you know, a bunch of hillbillies or anything. Like, I like him on the international stage. I think he speaks clearly and stands up for the right things. But we could do better for ourselves with somebody else. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to the international stage in just a moment. But one person who's opposing this dental care, pharmacare, is François Legault. Legault said that there was going to be a challenge because of provincial jurisdiction.
Yeah,
He thinks Doug Ford is going to challenge too.
This I have opinions, because for somebody who has single-handedly been a part of watching like, he's just been sitting back and watching our healthcare crumble under pressure. And it wasn't like our healthcare wasn't crumbling before. It certainly was. But then to continue to try to be like, no, we get to spend the money how we want and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're throwing good money after bad. And we can jump right into his proposed healthcare changes, because if you would like to preamble that.
He proposed that he basically, this is an election year, and I think a slogan would be François Legault wants me to have a toothache. But so we'll go.
But no, because he's proposing these healthcare solutions that after 2 years of a pandemic should have actually been done decades before the pandemic, where he wants to import a bunch of nurses and healthcare professionals, and he's making a big fuss about saying that he's going to pay doctors by how many people are on the books versus per act. And I think that's a misnomer, because the majority of people don't know that doctors already are paid for who's on the books. They just get paid more per act. But the amount of patients they have on their files as their family doctor patients, they do get compensated for those. So this would only increase that. I don't think it's going to solve any of the problems. Second of all, if we have a great medical school as well as great teaching hospitals, and we still can't train and retain the people that we're training here, importing them is just putting a band-aid over a problem, because obviously we don't have an attractive and productive system for people to work in, and they'll take their skilled labor elsewhere.
Also, if you have a hijab, apparently you can't work in the health sector. So that's.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How smart you are really depends on your accessories of religious choice.
Yeah, no, this is also an election year, and he's also giving everyone $500.
I need the $500, but it's not going to make me vote for him.
Yeah.
But cha-ching, I have bills.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like I'm getting $500. I'm going to buy outfits. I got $500. Let's keep some shit out of collections. You know what I mean? Like, with the way everything's gone and the fact that everybody was home with winter and the bills are up more, and it's like, it's the least you could do. We can't afford apartments. We might as well be able to fucking afford our bills. Give us the money.
Yeah. I mean,
still not voting for him.
Yeah, that's definitely an election year stunt. I mean, if you think of the federal government was giving people when there was a lockdown, was giving people like $2,000 a month, like $500 a week for like half a year.
UBI, bring it on.
Yeah, but again, back to Trudeau and the international stage. Something big has happened on the international stage. There was the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which I think surprised Putin as to the kind of resistance that he was going to meet on the ground, because it's still going on.
I'm afraid Putin might have lost all his marbles. I don't know. That's my concern, is that he's less dictator and some sort of whatever, and now he's just crazy with too many weapons. It's heartbreaking. It's heart-wrenching. These are the pictures that we of escape that we saw after. Like, these are the pictures we learned about the Second World War from, but we weren't getting them real time. And now that we're getting them real time, I'm only afraid that we're going to be in a position to one day say, I wish we had stopped Putin sooner.
Yeah. But at the same point too, the thing is, the problem with going to like actually Canadian or American or NATO boots on the ground is that's World War III. Like, that's sort of the.
But I'm afraid that doesn't mean this isn't World War III.
Yeah, it might go to that. But the thing is, the Ukrainian resistance, like Putin might be. I mean, I think if the oligarchs with quote unquote the Russian people, really supported by the rich people, actually push Putin out, that might be something possible.
I'm hoping so much, because I don't believe that the people want this to be happening. And certainly the oligarchs who are having their party plans canceled are certainly not going to be on side with him. One of his biggest critics there, Alexei Navalny, is, in prison currently, but I would like to believe that somewhere someone is plotting this guy's demise in a swift and controlled manner.
Yeah, I'm sure, like as he's been doing with plenty of other people.
Shout out to Anonymous and hackers worldwide.
Yeah, hacking the Russian mainframe. But I mean, as far as these,
huge.
Yeah. Although one thing I did discover is that apparently a lot of the vodkas I know are not Russian. Because there was
my favorite vodkas were. So I would like to say that I bought Canadian vodka for the first time in my life, even though my favorite Russian vodka was on sale. I just couldn't do it.
But they removed the Russian. What's your favorite Russian vodka?
I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but it's Moskovaya.
That's not Russian.
Green label.
That's Latvian.
I should have bought it. It was on sale.
Yeah, that's Latvian. Troika is from Ontario. Moskovskaya is Latvian. Smirnoff is, I think, French or something like weird like that. There's only a few that are actually Russian. People are saying they're removing Russian vodkas, but then certain vodkas that everyone thinks are Russian aren't actually Russian.
I swear to you, I read the label. I'm so wow.
So you might go back to the SAQ and buy it quick. You still got time.
No, I got some other one. Hold on. You keep talking. I'm looking this up.
Okay, yeah, no. So a lot of your favorite Russian vodkas are not actually Russian. When I heard that Troika was from Ontario, that's where I
can't believe it's Latvian, bro.
No, it's a good vodka too. It's I think Grey Goose is Finnish or something like that. Maybe not. I think the only one like Russian standard, and there's another one that sounds very Western. Those are the two that actually are Russian. There's a few, but like removing Russian vodkas, it's kind of like
it was on sale, bro. Okay,
yeah,
so you just changed my life.
Strangest vodka in the world. Okay, I'm glad that we could do that today.
But shout out to Iceberg Vodka. I never had Canadian vodka, and because of all this, I checked and we make all right vodka, man. Yes,
nice. Also, on a sad note, we got this RIP the Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. He's big story today. Just broke, passed away at age 50. It's really sad.
It's crazy. We're in a weird era of our life where people it's our rock stars who die, and that's all I got on that. It's tragic. I feel bad for everybody close to him.
Yeah. Also, Just for Laughs Festival is coming back in Montreal this summer, full force. Yeah, big names. I think Kevin Hart and Bill Burr are the big names.
I'm looking. I might be going to the Bill Burr. I'm definitely going to the Nasty Show. The only one we know so far is it's hosted by Big J, and Scott and I will be there. Shout out Big J. Shout out Legion of Skanks.
Yes, and FTB is going to be covering it. I'm going to be covering it. Samantha Gold is going to be covering it. You're going to be there. I'm not sure if covering it for us, just going, but we might have a few other people covering it. John Mulaney is going to be there this year. You know John Mulaney?
Yes.
Yes, Saturday Night Live, the musical numbers. I love him. He's great.
I don't know from that, but I'll go with you.
Okay. On that note, thank you very much, Don. It's good to be back. So we're probably gonna be on Saturdays for a while, but we might go back to Fridays. But the show's still called FTB Fridays. People can follow you on Twitter at McMoxie and
Instagram at McMoxie.
And Instagram at McMoxie, and
buy my book on Amazon, The Mountains We Climb by Accident.
Yes, buy your book on Amazon. Put that link in the description. You can follow me at Jason C. McLean on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow at Forget the Box. You can like this video and share it on Facebook. On YouTube, smash that like button, share, subscribe. Also, get our app for Android and for daily content. Always check out forgetthebox.net. We'll see you next time for another FTB, either Fridays or Saturdays.